Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now on an international broadcast, broadcasting to all four corners of the world. Maurice, can you please mute yourself out, brother? Guys, you've got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes, and what I want to do here today, guys, is this is live, guys, okay? This is live, okay? So right now, I just want to sort of paint the picture here, because right now I'm in a restaurant. I'll show you the restaurant. Okay, because so you can see here that this is one of my favorite hangout spots. It's a really cool, funky little place. I got my own sort of private area here up on the top. You can see that it's right beside the window, which is kind of nice to look out into the trees. So today here my goal here, guys, is I want to be able to share with you the power of the internet. Guys, the internet can completely and totally transform every area of your life. And one of the things that I love about it is that it allows you a couple of things, guys. It allows you to create what I call leverage, okay? Now, what do I mean by leverage? Typically, right now, if you're just joining us for the first time, if you've never been on one of my broadcasts before, you may be in a situation right now where you're working either a salary or you're working an hourly rate for your time, okay? Now, if you're a tradesperson, not all of your time is always going to be booked up on an hourly basis, okay? So you got to think about that. If you're a plumber or an electrician, you're booking clients, but you're not busy for 8 hours of every single day on contract, okay? If you're working for a job as an hourly rate, you may be working 1 or 2 jobs to try to sustain your family. And if you're working on a salary, that's going to be a fixed income. So it doesn't matter how many extra hours that you work, whether you work late at night, overtime, weekends, you're not going to get paid any more money, okay? So what happens along that path, guys, is that people get to a certain point and then a spiral starts, okay? That spiral could be caused by a car accident. It could be caused by a debt load like credit card debt. It could be caused by your mortgage payment being 1, 2, maybe even 3 months behind. It could be caused by your car being repoed. It could be caused by your kids all of a sudden needing braces and you've got to come up with $3,000. It could be caused by a situation where you've got parents and all of a sudden your parents become ill, and now you're in one of these, okay? It's called a tailspin, okay? You're going down. Now, unless you discover how to leverage yourself, how to clone yourself, there's no way that you can make more income, guys. It's not possible because you're working an hourly 1 or 2 jobs. You're trading your time for your money. You still got to be able to sleep. If you're working a salary position, all your time's already taken with your salary. And the challenge with that is that the boss, they push themselves, guys. They push you. So they'll say, hey, Tom, I just need you to finish off this report for tomorrow. Or, hey, listen, we got a presentation on Monday. Can you just do some analysis of this situation over the weekend? And, we're going to meet some new clients next week. Can you just get that handle out for us over the weekend? So what happens is that what you've contracted for your salary starts to get chipped down less and less and less and less. And all of a sudden you realize, like, hey, wait a second. I'm not getting paid what I thought I was going to get paid. And all of a sudden you reach what's called your breaking point, okay, where enough's enough, okay? So what I do, guys, is I teach people how to leverage the power of the internet. Now, this is an example right here. I'm in a restaurant. We're live on a Google Hangout, and I'm broadcasting this through YouTube, and there's dozens and dozens of people that watch this now, and then there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of people that watch it later. What actually happens, guys, Scott, in case you didn't know, you just muted me there, so just please don't do that. You know, what happens, guys, over time is that you, you clone yourself with the power of these tools. So what I do is I show people not only how to leverage, okay, their time, because do you guys realize that right now, as I'm sitting in this restaurant, I'm doing presentations all over the world on other Google Hangouts right now that aren't me. They're cloned versions of me, and I've been able to, almost like I'm in the future, and I figured out how to use my DNA to clone myself, and I'm all over the internet, guys. All over the internet doing presentations, taking people through millionaire mentoring training sessions, helping people to tap into their power, teaching them how to use Facebook to generate an unlimited number of leads, never get rejected ever again in their network marketing business. And I'm doing it all over the world right now as we speak. Now, once you learn how to do that, now you can learn how to teach it. Okay? Now, J. Paul Getty once said that I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. Okay? 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. Guys, that totally changed my life completely, because I really started to understand the power of leverage. Leverage, guys. So if I could have 100 people as an example, and each one of those people only worked 1 hour, 1 hour, guys, I've just worked an extra 100 hours that day. Now that really got my mind going, because I thought, well, hold on a second here. What if I could have 500? Then I'd be working 500 hours extra. Well, what if I had 1,000? Then I'd be working 1,000 hours extra in a day. Now, guys, if you really start to understand the power of this from the standpoint of leverage point, now watch this. I want to give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. I'm going to take 1,000 and I'm going to divide it by an 8-hour day. Do you realize, guys, I've worked an extra 125 hours in one day? Well, of course I'm going to make more money. Think about that. If I work, 125 days, rather. If I work 125 days for every one of your days, right, that's like 1/3 of a year, guys, in one day. Now, think about what happens is as this starts to compound. So once you get this, once you get what cloning is, once you get how to use the internet, so if I've got, as an example, I've got a Google Hangout. That Google Hangout now goes onto YouTube. I post that Google Hangout now onto Facebook. It gets shared virally on Facebook. People share it because of the content and the value. Now I put a press release out that has the Hangout and the value in it, and that press release now gets syndicated, right, by a bunch of different media outlets all over the world. Oh my God, now I've taken one piece of content and I've cloned it into hundreds of pieces of content. Now think about the power of this, guys. One single piece of content, okay, one piece of content, okay, like this Google Hangout. I take that Google Hangout, it's now on YouTube. I take that YouTube link, I post it on my Facebook wall. I write a press release, I put the Hangout in it with content, and boom, it goes out all over. Now if I have a blog, what if I share that on my blog now with some keywords, and boom, out it goes again into syndication. Now guys, once you understand the power of this type of a model using the power of the internet, guys, I'm telling you what, it's game on, okay? It's game on. Because now you've got a situation where not only are you cloned, right, all over the internet, but now you're going to teach people this model. You're going to teach people this type of a business model so that you can get a little tiny piece off of every single person that understands and knows how to do this. Now that's called leadership. Okay, that's called leadership. Now here's what I'm going to tell you about being a leader, because just so you know, guys, the direct sales industry, the network marketing business model, it's not a features and benefits pitching and closing business model. That's not this business model. So if you're currently doing that in your current network marketing company, chances are you've literally been pummeled to the ground. You've literally been pummeled to the ground.
Using the power of the internet.
Okay, I've got to just mute you out here, brother. Okay. So once you learn how to really do networking, okay, how to clone yourself, how to offer value to the marketplace. Well, a lot of people will say, well, Darren, I don't know what do I talk about? How do I offer value? Okay. So guys, what I do is I look for the most amount of value for the least amount of money. Okay, number one, because we're talking about mass market and mass appeal. Okay, if you want to be able to penetrate a marketplace, okay, there's a saying that says that you know, if you appeal to the masses, you will dine with the classes. If you appeal to the masses, you will dine with the classes. Okay. So what does that mean? If you have something that offers massive value to a marketplace, that it's affordable for everybody, right? Where the moment that they get in, they can start getting value. And here's the formula, guys. You're going to learn a strategy, you're going to implement the strategy, and you're going to share your results. Okay, it's 3 steps for leadership. Okay, so if I want to get a following, as an example, okay, let's say that I'm brand new, I've never ever been a business owner, I've never been an entrepreneur, I don't know how to do this industry, I don't know how to generate leads, I've never had any type of success before, but I'm a brand new entrepreneur. What am I going to do, guys? A lot of people ask me this. Well, Darren, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Okay, here's what you got to do. You've got to be able to provide value to the marketplace. Well, I don't have any value. How am I going to get value? Okay, first step, you need to learn something. You need to learn a strategy. Okay, that strategy might be something to do with Facebook marketing, or it might be how to never get rejected in network marketing ever again. It might be how to do YouTube videos and how to talk about a problem and then relate to that problem, and then how you found the solution and how they can find the solution too at a certain link, right, where you're going to provide them the solution to their problem, right? There's all sorts of different strategies, how to use press releases, how to combine this little matrix thing that I'm talking about through a Google Hangout, back over to Facebook, back over to a press release, cross over to YouTube, all these different cross-pollination of this matrix to be able to syndicate your content and get yourself cloned internationally. Now, here's what I will tell you guys. The more that you do this, 3 simple things: learn, implement, and share. 3 simple things. Okay? What happens? You get a following. Now, here's where people go totally wrong in this industry. Tom, you know, I got this antioxidant, man. I mean, it makes me feel so good. You got to try it, man. I'm telling you, you got to try it. You got to try it, man. I'm telling you, you got to try it. Okay? That's what most people are out doing in the marketplace. Okay? That just has an incredible amount of rejection. Okay? Now, what if I go onto my Facebook wall, or I put out a press release, or I do a video, and I'm focusing on the problem, not on the product, okay? I'm not going to focus on the product. I'm not focusing on the company. I'm focusing on people's pain, okay? What is their pain? Well, they don't know how to generate leads. They don't know how to convert their people. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to get a connection. They don't know how to build rapport. They don't know how to invite people to their business and take a look where there's no rejection at all. They don't know any of these things, guys. They've never been properly trained. So if I say to these people on Facebook, hey guys, who here wants to find out how I used a press release to get my message syndicated onto social media over 225 times in the course of 2 weeks? Anybody interested? Guess what happens? All the way across this panel, okay? Now, where am I going to pull those people from? Like, who's going to show up? Who's going to show up? people that are in the target market. They're already buyers. Okay, does that make sense? I don't have to resell them on the industry. I don't have to resell them on residual income because they're already sold. Now, here's the challenge that people run into with this type of a business model. They're outgoing the company, our products, the products, the company, the products, the products. And what they don't realize is that guy from Organo Gold, that guy from Prepaid Legal, that guy that's over with Gano, they already think they've got the ticket to the promised land, guys. They already think they have the ticket to the promised land, but they don't. They're sold on the business model. They don't have a mentor. They don't have a coach or anybody to help them. So what's happening in their business? Nothing. They're spending auto ship every month and they're not making a full-time income. Guys, do you realize, what if I was to tell you that I help my students go full-time in this industry, full-time, brand new newbies, full-time in this industry in between 30 and 90 days, brand new. Never had any success before as an entrepreneur, never been in this industry. Between 30 and 90 days, I can help a person go full-time. Okay, now what if I was to tell you something like that? What would you say? Chances are you'd probably say, Darren, can you show me? Think about that. It's all about in how you ask questions, the type of questions that you have. Now, once you learn how to become a mentor, guys, you don't have to have $1 million cash in the bank to be a mentor, but you do have to know about human psychology a little. You got to know about the questions to ask, and you got to know that we all want the same things out of life, guys. We all want good health and wellness. We all want a nice house. We all want a nice car, you know, something that's not going to break down all the time. We all want to have nice clothes. We all want good relationships and good communication and good exchange, right? We all want to have a good spiritual connection. We all want to feel loved. We all want to feel needed, right? We all want to feel appreciated. We all want some sort of adventure and travel and, you know, some cool things that are happening in our lives. But if you get down to the core of a human being, here's what you're going to find. Every person, if you start to peel back the layers of the onion, you'll find that their core, they want to give back, make a difference, and leave behind a legacy. That's a human being, guys. We all come from the same thing. We all want the same things, okay? We all truly want to make a difference, and I'll tell you what happens. Once you get to a certain point of what I call financial freedom, or a certain point in your life where you're making enough money where you're comfortable, right, where all your bills are paid, and now you're starting to travel the world and live a life of freedom, guess what most of those people say? Almost all the people, if you really find out, they want to make a difference. They want to make a difference in their community. They want to make a difference in their church. They want to make a difference for families that maybe don't have an opportunity to help them break free to get to a new life. They want to help the people that are stuck in corporate America that are, you know, literally a ball and chain, guys. That's where I came from. I came from corporate America. I was vice president of a public company. I was making $120,000 a year, but I had no life. I literally sold my life to the corporation for 120 grand a year, okay? And a lot of times I did what are called all-nighters. So I would be at work at 5:30. The market opened at 6. I would handle the investor relations department all the way until 1 o'clock. Now I had to get sales contracts and joint venture deals done for the company so I could write a press release for the following morning to put out. And a lot of times that meant working all night to get it up for market open at 6 a.m. So here's what I will tell you. Guys, there's a lot of people out there like that. A lot, okay? Now here's what I will tell you about this industry in general, okay? In general, there's only 2 types of people that get involved in network marketing or a home-based business. That I call it your target market, okay? And a lot of people have never been explained this before, and I'll tell you what, if I have a panel across here, across the bottom, and I unmute them one at a time, you'll find this to be true. The first type of person that's going to get involved in this industry is in what's called a state of transition, okay? That means corporate cutback, downsizing, they lost their job, they either got fired, or they just, you know, the company downsized and they just lost their job. You know, bummer, right? So they could be in another network marketing company, and that company has enhanced their marketing plan, and that top income earner has been slashed in half, literally slashed in half. Their income is totally tanked in half, okay? That's transition. The other type of person is a person that's reached what's called a breaking point, okay? So something's gone on in their life. Either their boss has pushed them over the edge. They've said, you know what? We really need you to do this report for tomorrow. They've been up the whole night, guys, the whole night. They've now got kids that they've got to get to school, and the kids are, you know, slacking a little bit. They're a little bit groggy because they've been up all night, and they missed the window to get on the freeway by like 5 minutes. And if you've taken the freeway before, you will know if you miss that window of opportunity, dreadlock. You're sucked into dreadlock. So they get into the office and they're like 5 or 10 minutes late, and the boss brings them in after keeping them up all night and reams them out. Okay, they're done. That's it. That's called the breaking point. It could be a situation where, you know, you're working 2 jobs, you know, you're trying to do that plus take care of your family, and at some point in time something happens. One of your kids gets really sick, right? There's nobody to take care of the kid because you can't find a babysitter, and you've got these jobs that are hardly even making ends meet, and all of a sudden you're done, okay? So that's called a breaking point. That's your target market, guys. That's your target market, is transition or breaking point. Okay, that's who you really want to target. So what I want to do here is, Akil, can you unmute yourself, please? Akil, you there?
Yeah, hey, I'm here.
Okay, so Akil, I want to ask you a quick question. Based upon the information that I'm giving you right now, would you say that you're in transition or a breaking point?
I would say it's actually a little bit of both.
Okay, perfect. And what is it that you do right now?
I'm a police officer here in the Virgin Islands.
Police officer, that's right. We've chatted before, that's right. Okay. Okay, Maurice, can you unmute yourself, brother? Still muted, brother.
What about now? Can you hear me?
Okay, there you go. So, Maurice, yeah, I can hear you. So based upon where you're at right now on your life path, would you say that you're in transition, or are you in a breaking point?
I'm at a breaking point right about now.
You just muted yourself out again. You're in a breaking point. Okay, perfect. And what line of work it is that you do right now?
I'm a cook in the National Guard, U.S. Army right now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Scott, are you there? Can you unmute yourself?
Are you there, bud?
Yes, sir. Okay, so Scott,
Awesome.
Let me ask you this. Would you say right now you're in transition, or are you in a breaking point?
I'm in the transition right now.
Transition, okay. So guys, you know, this is so critical. Do you realize, guys, that most people have never actually been trained any of this stuff? They have no idea, okay, about any of the stuff that I'm talking about here, because people don't get properly trained when they get into this marketplace. Now, here's the next thing that I'm going to tell you about networking in general, okay? And I'm going to show this because I'm going to go live here on live feed on my Facebook wall, guys, in about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm going to actually show this to you. And when I show this to you, you're going to be going like, holy crap. Like, I had no idea. I had no idea, right, on how to lasso an audience, okay? How to get people to start to pay attention. How to get people to start to pay attention to your message, okay? I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you how to master that. So when I got into this industry, now imagine this, guys. I came from selling. What do I mean by selling? Features and benefits, pitching people, pitching. Here's why you need to buy my product. Here's all the features and the benefits of why you need to buy my product. And then dealing with objections, right? And hard closing people to try to get them to buy my product, right? That was the reality that I came from prior to getting into network marketing, okay? Now, when I sat down, now keep in mind, guys, this was over 25 years ago when I started in this type of a business model, and my entry point was $4 grand, okay, $4,000 to get started over 25 years ago. What would that be in today's money? Like 10, 12 grand, right? I went all in, plus I had to take out a loan to come up with the original $4,000 to start my business, okay? Now, imagine I'm sitting across the desk from my millionaire mentor, and he said, Darren, rule number one, if you want to be a big money earner in this industry, I do not want you talking about our company. Now, guys, imagine this. I'm like, are you for real? So how's that going to work? So what you're telling me is I just dropped $4,000 to be a representative of this company, but you don't want me talking about the company. Yep, that's right. Rule number two, I don't want you talking about our products. Huh? How the heck's that going to work? So you're telling me I dropped $4 grand. You want me to represent your company, but you don't want me talking about the company. You don't want me talking about the products. Yep, that's right. Guys, I literally sat there with a blank face. Well, how the heck am I going to do this? I got butterflies in my stomach, and the only thing I could think of as I was sitting looking at my check on the other side of the table was how long was it going to take me to go to the bank and put stop payment on my check. It's a true story, okay? So I said, well, let me understand this then. If I can't talk about the company and I can't talk about the products, what the heck am I supposed to be talking about? He said, I want you to talk about them. Now I'm even more confused. How the heck am I going to sell products? And I'm thinking features and benefits. How am I going to sell products? I can't talk about the company. I can't talk about the products. You think I'm going to sell these products while I'm talking about them? Are you for real? How's that going to work? Okay? So what happened, guys, I had to go through what's called a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift. I had to look at the world differently. So I said, well, if I'm not talking about the company and I'm not talking about the products, well, who is? The video. The video is going to talk about the company and the products, not you. The video. Be the point man, not the front man. Be the point man. Point people to the video. Point people to the hangout. Point people to our conference calls. But you don't point them there unless you found out in your conversation that they're either in transition or pain, right? They're in a breaking point, and that they have a problem that you can help them solve. If you don't identify a problem, then don't be inviting them to pointing them at the video, okay? Because it's like taking a round peg and jam it in a square hole. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to share my screen. And what we're going to do now is we are going to go live. Okay. Okay. Can you guys see my? Can one of you unmute yourself and see if you can see my screen? Guys, can you unmute yourself and tell me if you can see my screen, please?
Yeah, we see your Facebook page, dude.
You see my Facebook?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, guys. So what I want to do is I want to share with you the power of this platform. This is like walking into a gigantic lounge. Now, the cool thing about this lounge, it's a high-tech lounge, guys, a high-tech lounge. And every time I scan over and I look at a person, it's like I've got this computer in my head. It's like, and I look over and I see this guy named Ted, and this computer printout pops up, And I can now see all this information about Ted in my little computer printout. Okay, so what can I find out? I can find out where he's from. Has he lived there? Look, current city and hometown. I can find out, look, he's got his birthday, so I know how old he is. I know that he went to the University of Phoenix. I know that he went to Brackenridge High School, and it looks like he's with a network marketing company called ID Life. Can you imagine if you walked into a giant lounge and you had all that information before you even went up to say hello to a person? Now, if I click on his photos, okay, I know that he attends conferences, right? So he's obviously on a path of personal development and leadership. It looks like he builds a team, right? So I can tell right away that he's part of a team. Now, I can look from his photos here and realize that he's into personal development. Oh, look, he's with other leaders. Oh, look, right? So imagine if you walked into a lounge and you got all that data before you even had a conversation with somebody. Oh my God, are you for real? Can you imagine the power of that? So let's take a look. So I'm scanning the room, and over in the corner, right by the bar, getting a drink, is this guy named Lazarus Ross. So let's take a look. Lazarus Ross. Well, holy cow, it looks like he's a serious bodybuilder. Wow, he's a personal trainer. Okay, so what can I find out about Lazarus Ross? Let's check. He owns his own company called Manger Gains Fitness. Okay, he used to be a server bartender at Del Frisco's Double Edge Steakhouse in Houston. He went to personal development or personal training school to be a personal training fitness instructor. He went to the National Academy of Sports Medicine, and he went to Belton High School. He's from Texas, and he's lived there. I can find out how old he is. Okay, now if I go to his wall, watch this, guys. Look, I can find out that he's read The Secret. I can find out that he's read The Art of Seduction. I can find out he's read The Greatest Salesman in the World. I can find out he's read The Magic of Thinking Big. I can find out he's read The Da Vinci Code. Oh my God, I can find things in common with him without even knowing him yet, guys. Do you realize how powerful it would be to be in a gigantic lounge where you knew what a person liked, you knew what movies that they've been to, you knew what sports activities that they like? Guys, this is literally like gold. I mean, honestly, I mean, you can decide who you want to contact. You can decide who you want to contact before you even say hello, okay? So this area down here, I call this the money zone because I can find out who's online. I can find out what do they like and what don't they like. All I got to do is scan their wall, right? So I can get a pulse on what's happening in their life. So let's check out Keisha Mitchell. Let's check her up. Okay, what does she have going on in her life? Okay, look at this. So she's a networker. Networking is about the relationships you build, not about your opportunity. If someone is not at 1 or 2 points in their lives, a breaking point or at a state of transition phase, if they're not at either point in their lives, it won't matter how great your business is. So only way to know that is to talk to people and build rapport. It sounds like Keisha's gone through a little bit of millionaire mentoring. Sounds like she's starting to get this. Okay, so what else do we have here? We've got some personal development. Your comfort zone is your failure zone. Looks like she's stepping into a leadership role by putting out content, guys. Now, here's what I will tell you about the network marketing business model. Okay, here's an example. This lady right here is in my local area, okay? Now, she is, you can tell she's really into yoga, she's really into personal development, she's really into health and fitness, right? And she sells products that are hemp products. And she's trying to get her business off the ground, and she's struggling a little bit right now. So she reaches out to me to say hello, and we have a little bit of a conversation. Now, how am I going to start to uncover or peel back the onion, so to speak, to find out what's going on in her life? I don't talk about business, right? I might talk about my son coming in town for spring break. I might be talking about the fact that I've been traveling a lot. Went to Cancun, went to Miami, I went to Maui, I went to Seattle, now it's North Carolina, then it's back to Miami again, then I'm going on a Caribbean cruise. I might talk a little bit about a movie that I went to or a cool book that I'm reading right now. I just went to the Jordan Belfort seminar here about 2 weeks ago, The Wolf of Wall Street. You know, I might talk about, you know, some adventure that I've been on, some cool thing that happened. I call it, guys, the cool Mofo factor. The cool Mofo factor. And if you get cool Mofo factor, people want to be around you. People want what you have, guys, okay? So here's what happened. As we're going along in the conversation, I identify that she's got a problem. So what do, guys? I send her value. I send her an hour and a half's worth of training that she could watch on her own, right? But I create a sense of urgency for it. Here's what she says to me. She goes, Darren, I'll watch this later after work. And I said, are you for real? She said, yeah, I'll watch it after work today. And I said, well, if I was you, you know what I would do? She said, what would you do? I said, I would drop everything that you're doing right now and solve your problem. Didn't you just tell me that you're in pain right now? I'm going to give you the solution to your problem, so it's not going to be the problem for the rest of the day. Now, why would you want to continue on in the same problem that you're in right now? Why don't you fix the problem right now and then continue on with a brand new day? She said, you know what? You got a really good point there. So she watched the video. Now, after she watched the video, what do you think happened, guys? She went, oh my God. Thank you, and more thank you. Okay, and now her and I are supposed to meet up later tonight so that we can chat further about her business. And that's about being a mentor, about being a coach, helping people. Now, guys, here's what I will tell you. People already think they have the ticket to the promised land. So don't try to convince them that your business, your marketing plan, your thing is better than their thing. You're better off to bridge them over by providing valuable content that's going to help them on their path. And at a certain point, they're going to reach their breaking point. What's their breaking point? They realize that the amount of value that they're getting from you is 100-fold better than what they're getting from their own sponsor. Guess what happens? They leave their company and they join your path. That's what happens. So I want to show you guys this because, you know, this is what I'm talking about providing value. You know, there's a lot of people that will be pitching their business. I want you to look at the amount of value that's in this particular post here. Let's see how long the post is. Okay, that's a significant amount of content, guys. And I'll tell you this: if you go onto my wall right now and you read this, you will have a personal breakthrough, because you'll realize that the gateway to your future is in cleaning up your past. The gateway to your future, to becoming a millionaire, is in cleaning up your past. And realizing that all of the spirals that were done in your life were done by you, to you, not by the world to you, by you to you, to get you to surrender, to get you to finally own your timeline and finally forgive yourself and finally step into your power and step into your greatness. And that happens by looking at the man or the woman in the mirror and deciding, how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a leader, or do you see yourself as a failure? Maybe you had money. Maybe you had a lot of money. Maybe you lost all the money. Maybe you were phenomenal at one point in time and you burned through a ridiculous amount of money and you lost everything. And you've been beating yourself up about it ever since. And that's holding you back. That was supposed to be your breakthrough, but it hasn't been yet. How about that? That's what happens, guys. And believe me when I tell you that a lot of people that get into this industry, have that in their life and they haven't yet healed. They haven't forgiven themselves for it. They haven't forgiven themselves for all the pain that they put themselves through. Now's the time. So do you see yourself as a leader or do you see yourself as a failure? Your self-talk, guys, will shape not only how you perceive yourself, but how others perceive you. Did you know that your reality is formed each day by the words you say and the thoughts you think? So what do you say to yourself each day? Does it support your preferred state of being? Does it support your ultimate success? If another person said the things that you say to yourself each day, would they have a high level of confidence and self-esteem? Start journaling your self-talk. Find out what you're really saying, guys. 3 times a day, ask yourself this one question. How do I feel? Because your body is sending out a broadcast to the electrons, guys, in case you didn't know. This is the secret. This is what I teach my students. The Academy of Quantum Physics Mind Mastery. This is how the secret works. Thought, directed emotion that generates feeling. It works for everything you want, works for everything that you don't want. Thought, directed emotion that generates feeling. So if you're feeling not good, you can backtrack it to find out what you were thinking about, right? Thought, directed emotion. Well, if the emotions are feeling terrible, well, what was your concentrated, focused thought that you were thinking about to create that in the first place? So the first thing that you need to do in order to get present, you need to ask yourself these 2 questions. Where am I and what time is it? Where am I and what time is it? That will get you, boom, present right now. Then once you're tapped into your feelings, ask yourself, what was I just thinking about? Start keeping a journal of your thoughts and your feelings, and you will see how they're directly linked to what you're manifesting into your reality. Your thoughts are directly linked to your emotions and your feelings, and it's your physiology, guys. Your physiology in your body that's communicating with the quantum field of possibilities. The infinite possibilities that are out there, your body is sending out a message to the electrons, telling them what to become. There are 2 worlds that exist simultaneously. Everything you want, everything that you don't want. Whichever one you focus on is the one you're going to get. Each day when you get out of bed and go into the bathroom, you have 2 sets of these to complete each day. You will stare at yourself and get very focused on looking at yourself deep in the eyes. You'll use your first name in the first set. So I would say, I love you, Darren, just the way you are. I love you, Darren, just the way you are. 10 times. It's extremely important that you say the words with emotion and a lion in mirror conviction. As you look at yourself in the mirror, look for the little 5-year-old child inside of you that feels a little lost, a little scared, a little lonely, that just needs a hug. When you can make peace with that little boy or girl, you will amplify your power as a leader. The next set. I accept myself unconditionally, even though part of me feels I don't deserve to be successful. Do this 10 times. Once again, you must speak with total emotion and conviction. It's imperative that you feel the connection between your words and your emotions and that they land deep inside your being. If you take the time to actually do this process, your life will go to a completely new level. One day you will wake up and you will look in the mirror and you'll do this assignment, and part of your mind will enter into the time continuum, and you will feel the emotions of the little 5-year-old child, and you will break down. Welcome this process. You are well on your way to stepping into your power and becoming a true leader. Guys, this is completely revolutionary. This will totally change your life. Okay, now what happens? It starts to get interaction. Look at this. Okay, I just put it up maybe 2 hours ago or something, an hour ago. When did I put it up? Okay, I put it up an hour ago, okay? So it's already got 8 people have liked it. It's been shared once, and it's got interaction. Now, every time a person does a comment or a person hits this button, all these people get sent a little message, Darren Little, Darren Little, Darren Little, Darren Little, Darren Little, Darren Little, over and over and over, okay? Okay, this is just edification. This is helping other people. So, you know, Lamar Banks, who's a former Oakland Raiders player, professional football player, unbelievable guy. So what am I doing? I'm just helping him to generate a little bit of awareness here, and I'm saying, you know, hey, this guy is one cool mofo, add him as a friend. okay? And he'll probably get a whole ton load of friend requests today because of that. Okay. I think I get the most satisfaction from helping another person become a top recruiter and getting them to the point where everyone they talk to joins their business. It's called awesome sauce. I like to sprinkle it on everyone. If you need some awesome sauce, message me. Now, guys, I could have said this in a whole ton of other ways, but it's about being creative. Okay, now I want you to see what happens, guys, when you're creative. Now watch this. Jason Harris says, haha, nice one. Sprinkle that shit everywhere, LOL. 10, 11, 12, 13 interactions. Okay, so let's see what happened right after that. Okay, let's take a look. So he sends me a message. I'm going to be asking for some of that awesome sauce real soon, brother. Just making sure my downline and my opportunity now is a solid foundation before I put my attention elsewhere. They need me, and I'm not one to go astray from my team, especially when they want it as bad as my guys do. But you, my friend, are my next stop. I can never learn enough, and you definitely have something that I want. That awesome sauce has a sweet smell. Ha, ha, ha. Do you guys realize that's called autopilot recruiting? That's called autopilot recruiting, guys, okay? So what I'm doing here is, okay, now how many times have you guys seen me mention my business? Is my business mentioned here? No. I gave value to Samantha, and we're going to be meeting later tonight for dinner, okay? What did I do here? I created massive value about personal development and helping people to step into their power as a leader, how to heal their past, break through to the next level of their life, become their best friend with the person in the mirror versus the enemy, right? You guys got to realize that the struggle is not you against the world. The struggle is you against you. And the faster that you can realize and get to your surrender and start to love yourself and appreciate who you are, the better you're going to become. Because you're going to now become a ripple in your community, a ripple. The moment that you're proud, here's what I said to one of my students today. Let's say that I'm dealing with somebody named Tom. And I say to Tom, let me ask you this. If your self-talk is Tom Sr. talking to Tom Jr., is Tom Jr. going to be lifted up and motivated? Or is he going to feel pummeled into the ground? If Tom Sr. uses the same words that you use to Tom Jr., how's Tom Jr. going to feel today? Is Tom Jr. going to feel like an absolute failure? Or is Tom Jr. going to feel motivated, inspired to be all that he can be? Which one's he going to be? You got to ask yourself that question, guys, every single day. That's why personal development is the key here. Okay, so this was an autopilot recruit, okay? So what do we got here? If you've been with your company for a full year and you're still not making money, you either have a terrible mentor, you're with the wrong company, or you're flat out lazy and you won't do the work in personal development and marketing. Decide today that you're in business to make money. If your business loses money every month, at some point in time, you'll go bankrupt. That's called a wake-up call. That's called a wake-up call, guys. Now watch what happens. Interaction, interaction, interaction. 22, 23, 24, 25 people interacted. That means that all these people saw my name 23 times there. No, 24 times on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 24 plus 8 is 32 times. They've seen my name. So Simon Strutt has seen my name 32 times. Lazarus Ross, Dodie Johnson, Lise Lansu, they've all seen my name 32 times today in one post. Okay, let's go to the next one here. If men were as scared to ask women on dates as networkers are to connect with people and ask them to watch their video, there'd be no marriages and no more children. Hey, wait a second. I could be onto something here for population control. LOL. 38, 39, 40, 41 people hit the like button, and there's about 8 interactions already. Oh, look, that means Lise Lansu has already seen my brand almost 100 times today. Do you guys realize the power of what I'm talking about here? Do you realize why now that I put out so much personal development content? Why, guys? Because this industry is personal development disguised as a business. That's why. That's why. You'll always see personal development content coming from Darren Little, because that's the industry that we're in. We're not in selling products industry, guys. We're in leadership, mentoring, and coaching. That's what the industry is that we're in. Leadership, mentoring, and coaching. We're in a problem-solving business model. We're in a business model where you help people get out of pain and transition into freedom, get out of transition where they're at right now and into freedom. And you need to be the mentor. You need to be the coach. You need to be the person that helps those people to understand this business model, that it's not about pitching. It's not about their antioxidants. It's not about weight loss. It's not about that stuff. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff. It has to do with whether or not that person is in pain or transition. Now, if you take this model, guys, to heart, I'm telling you what, your recruiting numbers will go skyrocket. Stop pitching your deal. Stop talking about features and benefits. Start asking questions and listening to people. Listen to people. When someone pisses you off, ask yourself, what part of yourself do they mirror that you may not want to look at about yourself? Guys, this is like a hardcore post, okay? People are mirrors and reflectors. Go deeper. That is called a personal development post. That's a thought-provoking personal development post. Oh my God, it's been already shared 5 times, right? Do you think that these people could possibly be people that are on the path of personal development that I might want to reach out and connect with? Because if they've shared that, chances are they're a leader, okay? But guess what? This is the money zone right here, guys, right here. Look at this, the money zone. The money zone, right there. Now, I will tell you this. There's people that start to follow you that aren't even your friends. Looks like that guy's in Empower Network. Okay, what do we got here? BMX riding. I'm not too sure what he's into there right from a quick glance. Oh, another business owner right there. Let's check a look at this one. Keep in mind, guys, there's no way that I can, stage this. Let's take a look at Cynthia Torres. Independent business owner. What the heck? Let's take a look at Rich Griffiths. Looks like an entrepreneur to me. Let's take a look at Island Beach Kevin. I can tell by the way that looks like he's an entrepreneur. Jim Rohn. Let's take a look at the next one. Crystal Ryland. It's hard to tell from that. But you guys get the idea of what I'm talking. Owner and self-employed. Guys, this is called target marketing. This is how you become a superstar in this industry, guys. This is how you become a 7-figure income earner. First, learn, then implement, then share. 3 simple strategies. Anybody can do this, guys. This is a humor post. Have you ever wondered what year that people are referring to when they say back in the day? What year is that anyway, right? And look what happens. There's like all this interaction that starts happening. There's about like 15 people. Okay. Now here's one that's another kind of humor one. Hit like if you owned a Motorola brick phone. Oh my God, I might be dating myself with this post because I sure did. Mine was cooler though inside a leather case. It was way more James Bond looking, just saying. Okay, watch what happens here, guys. Interaction. Interaction, that's what you're after here. You want, oh look, Lise Lansu showed up again. Do you realize she's already seen my brand today 150 times already? Just today alone. Guys, you think that it might be easy to recruit somebody? And I've got a seminar that says how to recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes. You think it might be pretty darn easy to recruit somebody if they've already had 300 or 400 exposures to your brand by the time you say even hello? Think about that. Somebody's already seen your brand like 400 times, and I say, hey, Lise, how's it going? How's your day going so far? Right? And she's already seen, oh, look at that. Oh, coincidentally, she's the founder and CEO at Business Owner. Guys, you see how powerful this is? Okay, so this is called a trivia post. A trivia post. Do you like milkshakes super thick or smooth? Look at all of the interaction, guys. That's called a question, trivia post. Here's another sort of trivia post. I want to get interaction from it. When you come to a stop sign, do you do a complete full stop or a taxi roll stop? Now look at the words I use here. Be honest. Oh, look at the interaction that just happened. Oh my God. Look at how much interaction that happened, guys. Do you realize every single one of these people have been seeing my brand over and over and over again, over and over and over again? Okay. It may be raining outside, but it's always sun shining inside. That's another personal development post. 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, do you know what would happen if now this is called pushing people's buttons, this post right here, okay? I know that there's some women that are on, that when I say this, that actually do this. Why do women pucker their lips in photos? Just so you know, ladies, a smile is way more sexy and attractive. Just saying. 58, 59, 60, 61. Okay, there's been 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 interactions since this morning on this post, and it will keep on going. It will keep on going, guys. Look how long some of the things are, guys. There's Nikki Magdalena. Now watch what happens. I want to show you guys this. Okay. Okay. Marketer, 7-figure income earner, top marketer, another marketer, top speaker. This lady's a corporate executive. She's making like $125,000 a year. 300 and some thousand dollars. Nikki and Avram, top marketer. More marketing, more marketing, more marketing, more marketing. Personal trainer. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Many people ask me why I left the weight loss industry. Because after people lose the weight, they cancel their auto ship. Now, guys, don't you think, like, this is the truth, okay? I'm not, blowing smoke up anybody's butt. But I know this is called a controversial pushing people's buttons post. A controversial pushing people's buttons. Okay, now who do you think is going to respond to this? I can guarantee it's going to be Skinny Body Care. I can guarantee it's going to be Visalis, right? I can guarantee it's going to be some of the other nutritional companies, because that's called pushing their buttons. 98, 99, 100, 101, 102 likes. Oh my God. I just put this out last night. Look at the amount of interaction that comes out. Okay, now what am I going to do after I push a person's button? I'm going to turn it into an entertainment parody. Okay? So watch what happens, how I do this. Somebody says, sounds about right. So I put true story, because it is a true story. I'm not just making it up. I was with Visalis, and I was with a company called Singular, and I got tired of people going off auto ship because they just lose the weight and they quit, right? So I put here truth. Now watch what happens. Watch when I turn it into a parody here. But wait, there's more. Okay, now that came from Dave Wood at Empower Network. So I'm using the language, I'm speaking to the listening in the marketplace. So what do I post? I post this guy who's the invisible man. This is the guy that stayed on auto ship. So now I'm making a funny joke out of it. Okay, and then I say fashionable. Okay, now watch what happens here. I hear that you can still order the auto ship though and give it to your puppy. Okay, now here's this parody of this puppy. Now watch what happens when this puppy starts, you know, eating the stuff that he's eating. Watch what happens. It's hilarious. Okay, now what do I put underneath here? Watch this. It gives the puppies levitation powers. After a few months of leftover auto ships, apparently they can fly. So now what I do is I'm going to turn this into entertainment because I want people to keep on posting and thing. Now it's an entertainment series. This guy saw the puppy levitate, and look where his jaw is. Little does he know, he gets the auto ships on months 4 and 5, right? And here's this little ape guy. Now, meanwhile, now it's entertainment. Okay, now look at all of the interaction that happens after that. Now I get back to telling the truth. The company I was with needed to shift from weight loss to more of a nutritional health and wellness company and introduce a multivitamin and some powdered juice mix to sustain the auto ship. Otherwise, people were canceling the weight loss auto ship and then ordering it again if they ever felt that they needed, but few ever did. The original company with only weight loss was going under, even though the actual product was phenomenal. It was one of the best weight loss products that I've ever seen. They got bought out by another company that added more products. Without adding the other products, the model was not sustainable. So this is called pushing people's buttons post, okay, guys? Not a lot of sentences. I haven't taken a run at any company, right? I've told the truth, right? But look at how much interaction happened on that post. Now keep in mind, every one of these people, I just saw my brand like 200 times today. 200 times today, guys. They've all seen my brand. Start talking about what you want and desire. Excuse me. Can I get a new cup? Start talking about what you want and desire, not about what you don't want and what pisses you off. It's you creating the frustration and friction. Love yourself enough to stop doing it. More personal development. Oh, look at this. 53, 54, 55, 56, and 5 shares, guys. Okay, plus another, I don't know, 8, 9 interactions. Okay, now this is called another controversial post. Okay, I start talking about aliens. Okay, well, you know, some people don't agree that there's aliens. Okay, now watch what happened here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people and 4 videos with 5 videos with other stuff and another other post. Do you realize how much time people are going to spend on my brand on this one post? They're going to still be stuck on my post, going from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing, and still be watching my brand. Okay? Okay. This is called piggyback marketing, guys. Piggyback marketing. Okay? You can do this with celebrities. You can do this with sports figures. You can do it with people in the industry. So this is called piggyback marketing in combination with a parody. Okay, I just found out. Okay, I just found out that David Wood actually comes from elite society of hybrid humans that have been given super hypnotic mind powers. Don't tell anyone, though, it's a secret. I managed to snap this picture of him when he was right in the middle of putting people into a hypnotic trance. If you look really close, his lips aren't even moving, but his finger is transferring out the superpowers. This is called a parody and piggyback marketing. Look at what happened. 27, 28, 29, 30. How many interactions? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is the same type of situation, guys. What do we have here? Seven-figure income earner, seven-figure income earner, top marketer, personal trainer. You see what happens? Another top marketer. You know, this is, well, if you guys get this, guys, I'm telling you what. You will literally never, ever have to worry about money again. Have you guys seen me post anything to do with my business yet? Just out of curiosity. I've gone through a lot of posts so far. Have you seen anything to do with my business? No. Except maybe I'm going to provide some more value on a millionaire mentoring session. How about that? Now, do you realize that after people watch this, you know what they say? Hey, Darren, what company are you with anyway? I want to work with you. Send me your link. Right? That's what happens. That's called autopilot signups. Okay. Oh, look. Lise Lansu now comes and posts something on my wall directly. How about that? Is it a coincidence, guys? She's only seen my brand about 300 or 400 times in the last 3 days. Okay, guess what happened? Craig Page just did an autopilot sign up. You guys got to see this because you probably, you know, will have a hard time even comprehending this. Look at this. Okay. Okay, so what happened? I give him value. I give him an hour and a half worth of value. Morning, Darren. Just on the payment page for Explosion. Okay, I got this when I woke up at 7:08 a.m. How did that happen, guys? I gave him a ridiculous amount of value without talking about my business. I wanted to give him value to help him on whatever path that he's on. Whatever path that he's on, I want to give him value. I don't want to pitch him. This is about giving value to the marketplace and being a leader. Okay. So, who do we got here? We've got Maurice. Any questions at all, sir?
Yes. My question, as far as I've been with you guys
Maurice,
for
you there?
about... Yes. Oh. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You're cutting in and out, bro. You must not be on a hard line. It's really tough to keep on muting yourself in and out.
Okay. Can you hear me?
You're muted right now. I can now. No, you're muted again.
Can you hear me?
I can now, but you keep on muting yourself.
Okay. Am I good now?
Okay, you're okay.
Okay. My question. All right. I've been with you guys for about a day now. It's actually my second day. I've been doing all my networking for about like a week and a half. I have emails. I just want to have everything set up as far as the video layouts,
brother,
and
here's
gain
the
access to the website.
Oh, hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. I can't hear you. Okay, so you're gonna have to either just, if you want to add me on Skype, I'm happy to chat with you to answer your questions, whatever it is, to try to get you on the right path. I would recommend to go to platinumreach.com, opt in. There's an hour and a half worth of training there that you can go through. Go to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/MLM Superhero. There's ridiculous amounts of value there. So there's scripts in the back office that you can go through, plus my training. There is huge value. Now, you should be working with your sponsor. The only thing that you've got to do is get people to show up in a room and press play. There's no explaining about products. There's no explaining about companies. There's no talking about marketing plans. There's none of that. That's not this model, just so you know. That's not networking. Okay, so when I see people trying to pitch their deal and talk about features and benefits, those are all the broke people, just so you know. They're certainly not multiple six-figure income earners or seven-figure income earners. Okay, so if you can't get yourself out of features and benefits, brother, you're going to be broke in this industry forever. Just forget about it. Throw in the towel now. Go get a job and just realize that network marketing is just not for you. because it's not a features and benefits business model.
Uh-huh.
Okay? You have to be a leader. So you got to ask yourself, okay, what am I doing today to provide value to the marketplace? What am I doing today to help other people to step into their power and become leaders? What am I doing today to become a better leader myself? What am I learning, implementing, and sharing? If you're not learning anything in our Platinum University, and you're not implementing it, and you're not sharing your results, you're not a leader. Bottom line. So if you've been in the program, go into the training and get trained. Doesn't that make sense? Like, why would you want to buy training and not even go through it? That makes no sense at all. There's the Facebook marketing strategies in there. There's how to use YouTube. There's how to do Google Hangouts. All the stuff is in there. Open up the box. Open up the box, bro. You bought it. Open it up. Right? You're trying to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's already right there. Just make the thing roll. You don't have to make a new wheel. The wheel's already made. But you're not rotating the wheel because you're not doing what's in the system. It talks about how to invite. You probably haven't opened up the scripts. There's fast start training in there. You probably haven't even gone through those videos. But you want to come up with your own invention about how you're going to do it. I know that they got that fast start training. I always say to people, the easiest way to hide something from somebody, just put it in the fast start training, because they'll never see it, right? So you've got to take ownership and responsibility and ask yourself this. A, have I been through my fast start training? B, have I made a list of my top 200 contacts, people that I know, so I can find out what's going on in their life? There's no pitching in that, bro. None. If I reach out and I say, you know, hey, Maurice, it's Darren calling. What? I just want to reach out, touch base, say quick hello, man. What's happening with you these days? I'm going to listen. I'm not selling you anything. I just want to find out what's happening in your life. And listen to people. Listen to people. Now, I'm not going to talk about anything until I get a connection, right, and build some rapport. How am I going to build some rapport? I'm going to listen to you. You're going to finish. You're going to say, what about you? Now you're going to listen to me. I'm not talking about business. I'm only talking about my personal life. I want to change your state or get you to laugh or break the ice. And now I'm bridging into what I want you to do. Do I want you to do me a favor? Do I want to know who do you know? Am I going to go through you to ask who do you know that's in transition, or who do you know that might be in a position where they're currently underpaid, that they're looking for something? That's how you're going to requalify yourself, just so you know. Well, geez, Darren, I wouldn't mind taking a look at it. What is it, right? So the industry, Maurice, is very easy. People make it complicated. And the way that they make it complicated is that they're not coachable, and they never go through the training. The training's there, right? But most people think that they're going to be able to fast track what we put in there with their own path. But then they're lost. Like, well, what do I do? Well, okay, well, let's just pull back the reins a little bit here. And how about we start at the beginning? A, have you been through the fast start training videos? B, have you gone through your memory jogger and made a list, not to pitch the people, to find out what's going on in their life and listen. Listen to people. Big difference, right? Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, and for whatever reason, pal, your system, just so you know, it keeps on muting you in and out, muting you in and out, muting you in and out. So I can't even hear what your question is that you're asking. So we'll have to do it. If you're going to be in Miami, you'll be able to just chat personally one-on-one, because I'll be on stage there and, you know, giving some content in Miami. Okay, guys, so you've got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes. We're going to wrap it up. I try to keep this at about an hour. We're at about an hour and 15 right now. So, you know, if you've got any questions, guys, or you really want a millionaire mentor, you want to connect with somebody that can really teach you how to do this industry, guys, I'm not talking about this stuff from a textbook. I'm not talking about this stuff from some seminar that I went to and guys, hey, let's give this a good old college try. Guys, I became a millionaire at 35 years old using these strategies in real business, raising millions and millions and millions of dollars for my own companies, hiring management teams, doing joint venture deals. That's my life, guys. This is really what I do. I start companies from nothing, raise millions, and either keep them public or take them, keep them private or go public, and generate millions of dollars. It's the same strategy in network marketing, guys. I take all of that and I teach it now in the network marketing industry. So a lot of people maybe can't do that. They can't, do that type of an industry or that situation. So what I would encourage you to do is this. If you're on this video, if you want to get another hour and a half's worth of valuable training, click the link below this and go to platinumreach.com. Go through that training. Because I'm telling you what, it'll completely change every aspect or your whole comprehension of how networking is even done and how it works and why it works and how to never get rejected ever again from your friends and family, how to provide value. It lists all the topics that you want to be talking about on your Facebook wall, right? Where you can get leads from, a copy of my book, where to get a copy of that. Just fast track yourself by 3 to 5 years in this industry, guys. So you've got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes, and I look forward to helping you along your path. I look forward to being able to help you step into your power, to step into your leader, and I look forward to meeting you in person one day. I look forward to seeing you at the top. Bye for now.